Yeah, you've got to learn to love your LUFS. What are LUFS? Well, we're going to be discussing those over the next couple of 3 minutes on today's edition of Get a Better Broadcast Podcast and Voice Over Voice. Sound levels are gauged with decibels and LKFSs and LUFSs. What are they? Okay, LKFS is loudness K-weighted relative to full scale, or LUFS, LUFS, loudness unit full scale. Essentially, they're both the unit of measurement used to quantify a piece of audio's perceived loudness by analysing the average level over time. Now, LUFS is written in negative numbers, so minus 30 LUFS is quieter than minus 10 LUFS. They're a standard loudness measurement unit used for audio normalization in broadcast television systems and other video and music streaming services as well. Okay, let's get that out of the way. But essentially, what you're looking at on your in-studio display are the lights that light up or the needles that wiggle. Yeah, essentially your moment-by-moment level should pretty much always be in a yellow to green area with very short occasional peaks into a red. Or if you've got a level marked up, minus 10 dB in LUFS or peaking to ppm 6. Yeah, you've got a lot of numbers going on there. Don't worry, everything's in the show notes. So, when recording for a podcast, your podcast host, i.e. the platform onto which you load up your podcast, will most likely want Apple's required level of minus 16 LUFS. That is, the average loudness over the entirety of the piece. Broadcasters mostly want minus 24 LUFS, particularly in the US, or minus 23 LUFS in the rest of the world. So don't worry too much about that. 24, 23, somewhere around there. Now, James Cridland, if you haven't come across James, he's the editor and host of podnews.net, and he says, quote, "If you were to take an audio file made for broadcast radio and upload it as a podcast, it would be too quiet." Yeah, exactly so. If you're a bit mystified by the numbers I've given you, again, listen back to today's episode, look into our show notes, everything is down there. Now, having said all that, an engineer can use a compression bit of kit on a computer to give the impression that a sound is louder than it actually is by making it sound fuller. We'll be talking about compression and other techie devices that are built in to either your home audio workstation or at the radio station or at the professional voiceover studio. We'll do that in a couple of weeks' time. Lots of numbers there, but essentially what you're looking for when you're recording your podcast is you're looking for minus 16 LUFS, somewhere around there. If you don't have LUFS on your digital audio workstation, you're looking at that moment-by-moment level on a screen that you're recording, at yellow to green area with very short occasional peaks into the red. That is episode 532 of Get a Better Broadcast Podcast and Voice Over Voice. It won't surprise you to know that tomorrow's episode is 533. And the episode is entitled Don't Interfere with the Sound Engineer, as Get a Better Broadcast Podcast and Voice Over Voice continues. From London, I'm Peter Stewart.